Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. Now listen, if we're going to talk about David Benavidez working with Heredia, we're going to talk about Caleb Plant working with Conti, and so many people have discussed Terrence Crawford working with Conti. I think we need to have a conversation about Demetrius Andrade working with Conti as well. I'm going to tell you right now, all these guys who work with Conti, they're all Snac strong. And I kind of understand, and I got to be fair, I got to be fair. If you follow the channel, I have a way I feel about these fighters having these pharmaceutical geniuses in their corners, especially when these guys have made mistakes in the past and have gotten in trouble when it comes to performance enhancement drugs, steroids, etc., being used for athletes. Now, I have no reason to believe that Andrade is doing anything foul. But the fact that he has Conti, he has been working with Conti for years now. I mean, I think it's only fair to sit back and say, okay, let's do a deep dive to understand what is it that draws so many athletes to these strength and condition, to these pharmaceutical geniuses to help with their strength and conditioning. Now, if you didn't know, when it comes to Demetrius Andrade, this product right here called ProNite is a product that he's been taking for quite some time. And what it does, it basically accelerates recovery, rejuvenates the body, and just basically gets an athlete ready for the next training session. And this is definitely a Snac product. Now, in addition to that, there was something that with Demetrius Andrade, as far as his training camps, right? What he's been doing is eating more calories, like it says in this article. He's doing proglycosine after every workout, and he's doing ProNite, which we just talked about, before bed. And those are two Snac products that have become a staple in Andrade's arsenal the past several years. Now, for those of you out there who are just trying to get a better understanding of what proglycosine is, what I'm going to tell you is my understanding is, let me see, I pulled it up right here, okay, that many elite amateur and professional athletes from various sports, bodybuilding, football, baseball, track field, boxing, they utilize proglycosine to enhance their muscle mass and sports performance. Now, when you look at Demetrius Andrade in the photo to your left, the man looking like Michael Jai White. Look at his build. Look at his abs. Demetrius Andrade looking like a monster right now. You know what I'm saying? No kidding. The man like he should be playing in the character Spawn, or be doing Wakanda 3 or something. Look at his physique. So for me, I'm gonna tell you, I think Andrade versus Benavidez is a great matchup. All right, but I think it's even greater now that you have two fighters, undefeated, something to prove, who have been ducked, right? Who both have pharmaceutical geniuses in their corner. listen to me, people. There should be no excuses for whoever loses this fight. Because finally, I feel we have a level playing field. So for those of you who think it's okay for fighters to have the Contis, the Heredias, the Usmans, the Jads, the Arizas in their corner, right? I'm going to tell you no problem. I personally wouldn't want to be associated with them guys, but at the same time, if they're doing the right thing, all good. But for those who think it's not okay, what I'll say is you both kind of cancel each other out. Because when you have a fighter in one corner with a pharmaceutical genius and a fighter in the other corner with a pharmaceutical genius, I mean, to me it's fair. But when you have a fighter in one corner with a pharmaceutical genius and a fighter in the other corner that does not have that pharmaceutical genius, and basically they're just trying to figure it out with protein shakes and, fish oil and multivitamins, more than likely, I would bet on the guy who has a pharmaceutical genius in his corner to come out victorious in that fight. And that's why, for me, I had to do my due diligence and understand what we got with Demetrius Andrade. Because I fully believe the cocktail is an EFFECT, a smooth operator operating correctly. And I'm going to always say that about these guys who had these pharmaceutical geniuses. Now remember, the cocktail doesn't mean there's anything illegal going on. Right? Now when you go, if you go to the doctor, especially if you have a baby, right? A young child that has a high fever, they'll give them something called a cocktail, which is, I think, a combination of I think it's Motrin and Tylenol. But it's two different things they give them. And I'm telling you from experience because I have 4 sons. And that was the first time I heard it. They're like, yeah, we'll just give them a cocktail. So basically it's an approach they use as far as medicine to beat down the fever. And ever since I heard that, I just thought it was kind of clever. So once I started doing this YouTube thing and start talking about guys and they're having these pharmaceutical geniuses in their corner, that's where I started talking about the cocktail. What are they mixing up and giving to these guys to improve their performance? And I think it's extremely important for a lot of the fans to understand that. I'll tell you this. For every illegal, for any substance that's taken, for any athlete who's looking for a certain performance, right? Those illegal substances, they have legal substances that can help them achieve the same result or a result damn near close to it. What I'm telling you is a fact. There's things you can take to improve muscle growth, to improve speed, to improve strength. Not just going and getting NO2 explode from GNC. Now, if you understand how Tribulus works, arginine works, there's so many other things you could take as far as you're trying to really improve your overall physique and have more of an aesthetic appearance. But when you're a pharmaceutical genius, you know what can be taken. And remember this, some of the stuff that these fighters are allowed to take may not be the best thing for them. It's just not banned. It's just not a banned substance. Do you guys understand? So when you got a pharmaceutical genius out there on your team, he's like, hey, these things aren't illegal, but they give you the same result as this illegal stuff. So, hey, come on. Drop your drawers, get that needle out, let me start hitting y'all in the boom boom with it. Tacking up that hip, putting this in your system. Take these tablets. So I say all that to come back to this. Yeah, Demetrius Andrade is Snac strong. And I gotta even say with Benavidez, when you have such a drastic transformation in their physical appearance. Yo, it make you stop and ask a question. But I gotta be honest. I had to post some pictures, man. When I was younger, man, I was a monster in the gym. Weightlifting, powerlifting, a monster in the ring, boxing, a monster with running long distance and running marathons. I used to run 1.5 miles in like 7 minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? Bench 385, behind my neck 315. I'm not making this shit up. Incline 305 for a couple reps. I'm not making this up, man. So, and I never took no damn steroids, none of this snack crap. That's how come I could tell you. It was like, what was that shit called? NO2 Explode. Protein, and a multivitamin for years. Just a little creatine for years. And then I was like through my 20s and 30s. Then about 32, I learned about tribulus and arginine, the BCAAs, the fish oil, the importance of after you work out, taking a protein shake, but drinking a little can of pineapple juice or something with the sugars as a transport for the protein to get to your muscle faster. I'm calling this on the top of my head because that's stuff I used to do when I was younger. But never had an opportunity to work with a pharmaceutical genius who could say, okay, hey, look, in addition to your little protein and creatine and multivitamin, hey, try this little cocktail. Do it for 6 months and let's see how your performance improves in the boxing ring, in the gym, on the track. And then you come back and tell me if you think we should keep doing business together. But I'll be quite frank with you, I probably would have ran from that dude if somebody approached me with that crap. I can remember being in the gym and they had haters in the gym because I never worked out with anybody. I was always solo. But I have on my little headphones, playing my little super cat or whatever, and I'd be in there just getting busy. Cats see you get underneath 315 and do 6 sets of 3-4 reps, and they wondering because they can't do it. But it's like, my man, I've been lifting weights since I've been 19 years old. Boxing, doing everything. But that lifting weights shit, let me tell you, as long as you eating good and you stay consistent, you will get stronger in the gym. But if you in there jacking your jaws with your friends and y'all like to stupid, nah, man, you probably ain't gonna produce because you're there for social hour. And other people there to put work in. So when I look at Demetrius, Andrade, I look at David Benavidez, obviously them guys putting work in. But I would rather they not be attached to these guys. Because I'm going to be honest with you, right? What do they find attractive about the Contis, the Heredias? Let's be real. What is it that they find attractive about them? I'm going to tell you what they find attractive about them. It's about what they can do for them because of what they heard. Put it to you like this. If you out at a party, right, and you got a girl there, you got 2 girls who's checking you out. This for the guys now. One girl, you heard that she's a freak. You know what I'm saying? And she kind of treating you a little nice up in the club or in the party. Then you see another girl, very attractive. Don't know much about her, but she treat you kind of nice too. Which one you gonna reciprocate to? You gonna go after the one where you don't know much about? She seems like a nice girl. She's showing me some good energy. Or you gonna go for the one that you heard, yo, she a freak. But she's attractive, you're attracted to her, but you kind of know what she brings to the table already. But I don't know about you, but I'm going after the freak because I have an idea on what time it is. Same thing for you ladies out there who are watching this video. If you up in a club or in a party, you get 2 guys in there. one guy, you hear that he likes to spend his money on girls and on ladies, and buy them all kind of stuff. And you're attracted to him. He's nice. Then you get the other guy, attractive guy. He's treating you really nice, putting off some good energy towards you, but you don't know much about him. Let's be real. Which one you gonna entertain a little bit more? The one where you kind of know, hey, I look like he can benefit me in this way, or the one where you're not quite sure? That's all I'm getting at. So I think with these fighters, kind of same thing. They look at these pharmaceutical geniuses and say, I already have an idea on the direction this can go. Opposed to picking up somebody who has all the qualifications. It's like, all right, cool, well, how about this? I'll get your number, but if it don't work out with this one, I'll give you a call. And that's just how it boils down, in my opinion. Andrade, Haney, Yugas, what's his name? Benavidez, Caleb Plant, and everyone else who's involved with these pharmaceutical geniuses, right? They chase after them because they know what they can do for them, because of what they've heard, what they've seen. That's why. These guys unfortunately have a history, and they paid for it now, of doing bad things. But their athletes performed at a beyond optimal level. And that's why these fighters are attracted to them, and that's why these guys are still in business. Because they are the geniuses who know how to help fighters get to their potential. And they know, to be a master of drugs, chemicals, how to put things together. It takes a special brain to be able to understand and master all that. But when you have someone like that, man, they know just what needs to be put together in the form of what I call a cocktail that can help fighters. And remember, it's not all illegal stuff. It's legal stuff. But there are so many different substances out there and things people can take that when you have that brain in your corner, that you're going to get in the ring and you're going to look outstanding. And a good example, like, we don't know much about what's his name, the guy who's a Suge Knight of the 147-pound division right now, Giovanni Santillan. I would really like to know who he's working with. How do you come in the ring and just destroy somebody like what he did this weekend at Rocha? I don't know this, but I would want to assume that he was probably working with somebody who really understood training, recovery, supplemental strategy, that put him in a totally different space this weekend. And Rocha was probably that guy with his little thing of creatine, his protein powder, his little fish oil and multivitamin, walking around with a big goddamn gallon of water all day, looking crazy. And got his ass up in there, in the ring, and was outclassed. And just no matter what he did, it wasn't going to be good enough because he didn't have the pharmaceutical genius on his team. So that being said, I'm gonna wait till they start releasing more photos of these guys as they get closer to the fight week. Now I'm telling y'all right now, pay attention to the physiques, because I already know what Benavidez is gonna come looking like. I called it when he was getting ready to fight Caleb Plant. When I found out they brought Heredia on, I said, oh no. Like, out of everyone they can go get, why Heredia? See, people keep forgetting. Y'all forgot what Juan Manuel Marquez did to Pacquiao? I'm not making this up. Juan Manuel Marquez was working with Heredia. Y'all saw what he did to Pacquiao. Never in those first 3 fights was he ever able to do nothing like that to Pacquiao. All of a sudden, he gets with Mimo Angel Heredia down there in Mexico. And he tranquilized Pacquiao. And I ain't talking about the one shot, one kill right hand that tranquilized Pacquiao. I'm talking about the first time he hit him and dropped him in that fight. Pacquiao checked out for a moment. He hit the man with that right hand and Pacquiao went straight back. Head hit the canvas. When have you seen Juan Manuel Marquez hit like that? And then Pacquiao came back, doing his thing, but he had a reason, and just working like the workhorse that he is, binging Juan Manuel Marquez, and Marquez was like he was out, he was about to go. Then out of nowhere, he landed the death blow. But that was a fight that I think was on a level playing field, where they both had pharmaceutical genius helping them. But Marquez didn't want to go to that 5th fight. In case y'all didn't know, Marquez turned on like $25 million to fight Pacquiao in a 5th fight. Why? That's my thing. Why? Why would you turn on $25 million? Or some ridiculous number like that? So, makes you say, But at least for what we got here with Demetrius, Andrade, David Benavidez, it looks to me like they just have 2 very solid teams. Guys who understand supplements, understands training, recovery, and they're just doing what's best for them in their careers to get them the best chance of winning a fight. But I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll always say this, I would not be surprised if someone who's working with these pharmaceutical geniuses ended up testing positive for something. And I'm just being real with you. I'm not saying they're doing it. I'm not saying they're not doing it. What I'm telling you is, I wouldn't be surprised. That's it. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans. All 7 continents. No excuses if Andrade knocks out Benavidez. No excuses if Benavidez knocks out Andrade. No excuses if someone happens to get beaten to the punch. Because they both have qualified managers, right? Qualified trainers. More importantly, they both have qualified pharmaceutical geniuses in their corners. And I don't think there's going to be any argument, or there shouldn't be, about, Andrade was on the illegal cocktail. Benavidez was on the illegal cocktail. Nah. I don't want to hear that, because they both have these geniuses in their camps that's going to do whatever's necessary on the legal side, right? Got to give them the benefit of the doubt to give them the best chance at a win. And Andrade, he looked like he didn't look necessarily that great in his debut at 168, but he got the job done. I can only imagine the work being put in the approach to this fight with Benavidez, because this is the fight that Andre's been dreaming of, and what we could have is a major upset, just like we had someone who finally got their opportunity to shine in Santion, and he destroyed Rocha, and now he's where he needs to be. This is Demetrius Andre's opportunity to shine against a well-known opponent, to get him where he needs to be and should have been a long time ago. If you ask me who I think is going to win, right now I don't know. But I sure as hell don't feel like Andre's going to get ran over. And I don't think Benavidez is going to get ran over. I think this is really a pretty evenly matched fight. And now that I know they both have pharmaceutical geniuses in their corner, this is going to be one you don't want to miss out on. Fight it in early, or it could go to distance. Because from the first second of the first round to the last second of the last round, both of these guys are going to be fueled with all the right stuff for them to get in there and be able to start working as soon as they step in the ring. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Yo, I'm in the breeze.